Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you can hear me okay. So, I'm back in Hong Kong. I visited home. It was fantastic. Got almost 2 weeks there. And it was really good. Really needed it. I got to see all my friends, my family, my girlfriend. My girlfriend and I spent a few days in a rental house up in a place called Sea Ranch, north of San Francisco. It was beautiful, really ideal. So, yeah, I'm relaxed. Just got off a plane yesterday morning after 14.5 hour flight. So I'm sure the readjustment to the time is going to be pretty rough. But, what are you going to do? So I did the best that I could to stay awake all day yesterday because I got in at around 7 a.m. and fell asleep around 9 p.m. And it's 7 now, which is earlier than I normally wake up here. But I think it's pretty ideal. I got about 9 hours of sleep right at the time that I'm supposed to be sleeping, so pretty damn good. But yeah, so hopefully this won't be too bad of a transition time-wise. I'm not really looking forward to going back into work because of I'm up to about 100 backed up emails that all have to be responded to, which isn't actually as bad as I thought it would be. So yeah, but a lot of people are freaking out, like thinking I'm not there anymore and stuff like that. So I gotta go stop a few fires and blah blah blah. But yeah, so I figured I'd just check in. Not too much going on. I'm just getting back into the flow of things here. Hopefully it won't be too bad. It's actually kind of funny. I flew in at about 6:45 yesterday morning and sent a text to one of my coworkers, Ben, and turns out the guys were going to go flying, and that was actually ideal because I got in, took a cab to the airport, or took a cab from the airport to my apartment, and then within an hour I grabbed a bunch of my RC planes and loaded up into the van with all the other guys and spent 6 hours out at the flying site, so it was perfect. I didn't have any odd transition. I just jumped right back into our weekly schedule of flying on Sundays. I think that really helped kind of wear me out throughout the day and get me prepped up for falling asleep at a decent time. But yeah, let's see what else. Really nothing. Not super excited about being back in Hong Kong, that's for sure. It's not a bad life, it's just not much of a life. It's just work, as usual, same story, over and over. Weather seems to be pretty nice here. Weather was ideal in California. I couldn't believe it. I was expecting to have to work through a bunch of, rainstorms and more wind than normal, and it was nothing. It was perfect. Up in, north of San Francisco, where it should even be colder, I was walking around, like January 4th in jeans and a t-shirt on the beach, which is just ridiculous for January. The weather here is almost the same, actually. It's a little bit warmer, but, and of course, the skies are always a little bit foggy, smoggy, I guess. A little bit of blue up there, but it's mostly gray. Sun's just kind of come up, so it's actually a really nice time. Pretty peaceful out here considering the amount of people crammed into these buildings right behind me. Those ones. Yes. Hi there. Look at that. Yeah, so that one is my building, and I live on the 7th floor, which is kind of nice, but I was laughing about it. When I first moved up to any altitude, never really lived at altitude within concrete. When I first moved in, I was like, oh, sweet, level 7. Means I'm closer to the ground floor. But at the same time, living up high just means if the building fell down that you have further to fall before you die. But living down low, you're just going to get crushed by everyone on top of you. I don't know. I guess I don't think quite right for living in buildings like these. It's actually kind of trippy, some of these buildings. Directly above me, right about here, there was actually a fire about a month ago, and maybe a month and a half ago. And it was while I was at work, but when me and the guys walked back, we walk around this back way, and looked up, and there was like debris that had fallen down below here, and it actually took out the entire apartment, and they had to completely renovate like 3 stories above it in that block. It was apparently a fairly bad fire, so that's kind of scary. You can literally just be cooked from below. So, and there's no fire alarms or anything. There's only like a fire hose at each corner of each floor. So if you know that you're on fire or someone near you is on fire, you run to the hose, pull it into the apartment, and shut it down. Obviously that didn't work quite fast enough because this one got pretty bad. And it's kind of scary because you just saw black soot from one level all the way up. And I can't imagine that, with the heat of that fire, that the buildings are still perfectly structural. While it's concrete, it's still got steel rebar in it, and you're not supposed to continuously temper steel like that. So, well, apparently it's fixed now. I don't live in this block, so I'm not super concerned, but you got to think, if these buildings have been here for 30 years, how many fires have actually occurred? There's got to be some plan for it. But, yeah, so positive thoughts for getting back in Hong Kong, right? Alright, well, I'm going to go. I just tried to get groceries so I could have some nice breakfast and wake up in the morning like I normally don't do. Try to get back on a schedule. But, yeah, the grocery store was closed. I didn't realize that. They open up at 8, so that screws me. I'll have to grab some on the way back. But I'm going to go. I hope you guys had a great Christmas and Happy New Year. And thanks for watching. Alright, we'll talk to you later. Bye.